Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, and today I am working on my mission inspiration for March. And that is the prompt list along with the color suggestions and the words for inspiration. The first prompt I'm using is use fragments of food packaging and labels. So I had these crystal light boxes handy that were paper. I didn't want to use plastic. And so I'm just tearing them up a bit and kind of peeling them from the cardboard backing, and we're going to glue them down. Now I decided, this was kind of last minute, that I would glue them down face down and then lift the cardboard. So you can see that one in the bottom corner. I'm going to do it with all the rest, but I'm going to glue them all down first. I had to test to see if it would work. And then we're going to glue them all down, and then I'm going to rub it all off. Now, this probably was a bit ambitious for the results, because it took a few days of rubbing to get as much off as I wanted off. And I rubbed a little too vigorously on my gessoed surface, so I wore it out a little bit. You'll see here when I clip over that I had to put some tape in between because I started tearing the page apart. I was rubbing very aggressively. So now I have it taped down so it'll hold together. The next prompt is to add gesso tinted with color. So I am going to add this yellow. And it's so funny, I was watching this as I was putting the footage together and realized that the upper right hand corner, the shape of that label is different than what was in the upper right hand corner when I was gluing it on. So I went and looked at the book and I did this page upside down. Oh well. Who's gonna know? It'll just be a funny surprise if somebody ever goes back and looks through the book, right? So the colors they have are spring green, sunflower, and rose. So to me that's yellow, green, and pink. Because I don't have ones that match the exact names. So the next part was to use texture paste or paint through a stencil. So for my texture paste, I'm using heavy gesso, and I decided the yellow and green looked like sky and ground, and we would make this part look like a white fence. So I am using white gesso through my stencil, and I taped it off to make it look like, going into the distance, a little bit of perspective there, and a little bit of a corner as it goes across. And the groove gets a little messy, but this whole process for me is a little messy. It's a wonder you can see the pattern. There we go. All right. Does it look like a fence? Doesn't really, but it works. Okay, the next prompt was to create a border with washi tape. This got clipped off because I think the battery died and I didn't realize it. But all I did was put some Tim Holtz washi tape all the way around the edges, and I used a little bit of matte medium to glue it down so it would stay. And then the next prompt was to add natural fiber, string, jute, or burlap, and I think this is jute. Some sort of string anyway. And using my Aleene's tacky glue, and I've had it for a while and it's getting super thick, so it's kind of hard to get out. I'm just gluing these down. We're going to make flowers, and those are going to be the stems to the flowers. Alright, so the next prompt was to add a die cut or 2 or 3. I don't own a die cutting machine. I only have a couple of little die cuts that I've been given. So I took some scrapbook paper that had flowers on them, and I was going to do just scalloped circles like that one. But then I decided I didn't have enough all pink, had a lot of green, so I decided to just cut them in the shapes of flowers, except for the round one. And we're going to have these flowers. And that one on the far right was getting desperate with the paper, so it's kind of cobbled together. But it'll work out. It'll all be good. I just keep making it smaller and smaller. Alright. So now we're going to glue these down. Make it that smaller too. Gluing them down with some matte medium. Actually, I think this might be my Arts decoupage. And it just smells like Elmer's. See? That works, right? No, we don't need that piece. There we go. Alright. So, the next prompt is to add a handwritten quote or phrase. So I found something that went with the words. The words are bloom, spring, growth, botanical, and heart. And so I was looking for bloom and I found this quote. It's blossom by blossom, spring begins. And I think it's actually blossom by blossom, the spring begins. And I can't remember who wrote it. I was going to fit their name on there, but their name's pretty long. So I'm just going to cut that out and put a little pink around the edges. I found who wrote it. It's Algernon Charles Swinburne. It was a little long of a name, so I didn't add it. And I'm just gonna glue that on with more of the Aleene's tacky. Aleene's? Is it Aleene's? Tacky glue. It's really hard to get out of my bottle. I'm gonna weight that down. Trying to find something flat that would cover that. Weight it down and let it dry. And I had almost forgotten there was one more prompt, and it was to stamp with white ink or paint. And I have this little leaf foamy, so we are going to stamp this leaf onto our flower stems. Put the paint on kind of heavy because it wasn't really showing up all that well. And then, oh yeah, I decided that flower needed a center. And once it dried, I decided to go around with it's just a regular soft lead pencil so that it would show up and show the leaves on those because they weren't showing up very well. So here are some close-ups of it. I hope you like that. Check out Mike Deacon's Mission Inspiration group on Facebook or his YouTube channel. Lots of fun prompts. It's a great challenge. If you did like it, remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.